Kia ora, Matt from the Tauranga Business Chamber. A lot of people are holding their breath for next week's OCR announcement and how soon interest rates will drop. New Zealand's employment stats released this week are worsening, but not as bad as what some have anticipated. Tony Alexander's editorial on One Roof explains why interest rate cuts won't solve New Zealand's economic mess. He makes some good points about New Zealand economy as a whole. However, the Western Bay already has a massive undersupply of houses. Tauranga alone has a current shortage of 5,000 houses. The city hasn't been building houses in the last 2 years because there's been no land available as it's caught up in planning and infrastructure funding issues. So we have a backlog of housing demand to catch up on. And on top of that, our population is persistently growing by about 4,000 people year on year. So given these fundamentals of growing demand and ongoing supply shortages, I have a strong feeling that our local construction and real estate sectors are like a coiled spring right now. They will need to ramp up very quickly once lending rates become more accessible for first home buyers and new residents moving here. And given the region's growth rate, our energy demands will continue to grow. It's not just our growth rates, but also the changing demand from users as new technologies roll out. For example, the robotification of factories and manufacturers to run 24/7 and the electrification of vehicle fleets, etc., etc. Transpower and Powerco are engaging with businesses on their future needs over the next decade or so for our power grid to keep up. They're consulting on a number of options, and it's important that energy users share their input, as it is the users who are paying for it through their transmission maintenance fees on your power bill. It's in our benefit that they find a Goldilocks outcome where it's not too much and it's not too little, it's just right. And they will need your input to get it right. Google search Western Bay electricity options for more info and options to increase electricity capacity and resilience to the local network. Each August, I seem to talk about the massive cash flow issues that many businesses face this month, and this year is no different. Provisional tax and GST are due with IRD at the end of the month. So is council rates. I've had a number of calls from industrial businesses who have just received their rates bill from Tauranga City Council. One in particular is facing a 63% increase. They were expecting a 30% increase. The Chamber submitted to the Commissioners to phase the rollout of the new targeted rates on industrial properties in a transitional capacity, mainly because industrial businesses were not aware and had not engaged with Council. During the election, I asked the leading mayoral candidates whether the new industrial rate will continue if they were elected. They all said yes. So it looks like it's here to stay. Many hope that the new elected council are able to get their feet under the table and focus on the big issues and challenges impacting the city over the next 4 years or more. I hope they don't lose the forest from the trees as they face a mountain of issues, and the city needs decisive leadership, and we wish them well. That's all for now. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch you around.